My name is Lee White. I'm originally from Canada. I'm living here in Berlin now. And we're going to do a sort of bunch of scenes for you today. And as I said, it won't just be me. We have some very wonderful, talented, imaginative, and brilliant improvisers from around the world. And so I'm going to try to do this in a sense of people that are farthest away from me last. So I'm going to start with Imbal Laurie, who I'll welcome into the room now. Hi, Imbal.
Hello, Lee. How you
And
doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. Tell the people where you're from and what your scoop is.
I'm from Israel originally, but right now I'm in Berlin, so we're kind of neighbors, aren't we?
We
Relatively.
are. Relatively so. And thank you so much for doing the faculty jam with us.
Thank- Thanks.
Now, let's get Stephen Davidson in here. Stephen, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm lovely, thank you. Tell the people where you're from and what your scoop is.
Oh, I'm from Canada, but I'm in London right now,
So we're almost neighbors as well,
basically.
basically neighbors. And someone who is even closer to you is our good friend Chris Meade, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, please jump in. And you're in London as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I mean, give or take a few miles. Yes, London,
Do
definitely.
you want to be more specific?
Sure, I'm from a little village in Farnham called Farnham, which is about an hour out of London.
That's lovely.
Oh, thanks.
Welcome to the Faculty Jam show.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome. This was all my doing. Greg Tavers, is that how I'm pronouncing your last name? Sorry, we haven't met before today.
Hey Lee, Greg Tavares, Charleston.
Tavares.
No worries. I live in Charleston, South Carolina, and I'm with Theater 99 in Charleston.
Nice. Named after the great hockey player Wayne Gretzky, whose number was 99, I'm sure.
Absolutely, you must be from Canada.
Yes, it's true. I have that disability. And last, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is the wonderful Daniel Orrentia. Daniel, are you out there still?
Hello, I am right here, right now.
And
I'm right here, right now, but
Yeah.
delayed. I don't know. Can you hear me?
we can hear you now.
Good.
Tell the audience where you're from and what your scoop is.
I am from Colombia, South America, and I am in a place called Guaduas. That is a small town close to the main town.
Wow. All right, and this is our cast, I believe. If I'm not forgetting anybody, I don't think. And today we're going to do some scenes. We're going to mix it up and all play with each other, which sounds weird when I say it like that. Some of us have met before, some of us haven't. So who knows what magic we'll find in this show? Daniel, what was the name of the town you're in?
Guaduas. That is the name for thick bamboo.
All right. And Stephen, if you had a big stick of bamboo, what might you use it for in a crafting sort of sense?
I would stick it in the garden and have plants kind of crawl up it because my
Oh, that
tomatoes are
sounds-
very heavy.
That sounds perfect. So let's start off a scene with Inbal and Chris with a bamboo gardening thing with tomatoes growing tall up it. And that will be our beginning scene, and we'll see where it takes us in the land of improv. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen.
I love what you're doing with the tomatoes, James.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm afraid they've got a bit of blight.
You could have what?
A bit of blight.
A bit of what?
Blight.
Hey, don't patronize me with your accent and your fancy English. What is blight?
It's a waterborne virus. It affects tomatoes. If you've had a very wet summer, then there's a good chance your tomatoes are going to have blight.
Do they have blight then?
Yes, you can see this here dark vein. Here, let me just take this one. Can you see a dark vein at the bottom?
Yes, I can.
Yes, that's the blight, I'm afraid, Judith.
What are you going to do about it? Can you vaccinate them? Can you save them? Must you kill them?
There's nothing we can do, I'm afraid. All of these tomatoes, in fact, this whole garden must burn.
What? Burn? Are you
Burn
sure?
is the only way. The only way to stop blight passing from one tomato plant to the next. We have to burn the lot.
So in order to save all tomatoes in the world, we must burn the ones here.
That's
Can I
right,
ask-
yes, if we want tomatoes at any point in the future.
I see, and we wouldn't want to live in a world without tomatoes, of course. Can I ask you something?
Of course, Judith, anything.
Is it something that you and I have done? Is it a punishment from God?
Yes, a lot of people think it's something they've done, but it really isn't. You know, blight is transferred through water. If we've had a wet summer, then we could have been the best gardeners in the world. I mean, I guess we are in some ways, and
We
still
are.
get blight.
But perhaps we have sinned in another way, and therefore God sent too much rain in order to kill our tomatoes?
I see, yes. I mean, quite possibly. Maybe this is a very minor plague, like locusts, but smaller and centered entirely on tomatoes.
Exactly. What could we have done, and how could we repent? This is what I'm asking myself. We must have done something dreadful to upset the Lord.
Well, perhaps it was something vegetable-based that we did. I mean, have you been kicking any cucumbers or punching any courgettes?
There was this one cucumber that pissed me off, and I have to slap him in the face.
Well, this is it then, Judith. We are getting the retribution for your violence against that courgette.
Courgette? Are you
Courgette?
patronize me again with fancy English? What is courgette?
Courgette is the green, like a kind of bigger cucumber, like a cucumber that works out.
Right. Yes, there was him too. He was patronizing me with his size and the way he's drinking all those steroids in order to metabolize bigger, and I had to slap him in the face as well.
Well, it sounds like the right thing to have done, Judith. Absolutely. You've got to keep those fellows in check.
And why would we be punished for doing the right thing and making the cucumbers not hit the gardeners, if you know what I mean?
I think we're going to have to face facts that maybe, just maybe, this is all entirely random, that sometimes life deals you a bad hand and you've done nothing to make that happen, you know? Sometimes life does that.
Random is the worst. I want to have punishment. I want to have crime. I want to sin and repent. Random?
I know. Sometimes I think we just invented all of these myths, legends, and gods. So it's anything. A vengeful god is more easy for us to take than life truly being random.
I throw rotten tomatoes at randomness. Oh, sorry. Sorry, James. Sorry.
We're going to pay for that, Judith. We're going to pay.
Look, I'm sorry the globe wasn't in my profile picture. I know it's awkward, but it's a punishment thing, and I just want us to connect as people without talking about it too much, because like it's just here, you know? It's a part of me, but it's not all of me.
Yeah, it's just really hard to ignore it. That's the thing.
I'd appreciate it if you could ignore it, though, because I'm really worth getting to know as a person.
Well, how heavy is that thing?
Well, weight of the world.
Right, that's got to be at least a couple of tons. I mean, I'm not good at math, but
Oh,
look, I'm sorry. I'm really curious about this globe. It's very unique.
yeah, I get that a lot. It's just, I just have to hold it. That's all. That's it. That's the end of the story. No elaborate backstory there. It's just here.
Well, I mean,
Like you've got those glasses, they're just there. I'm not gonna
right.
ask you all those like invasive questions about whether you've got astigmatism or if you're short-sighted or nearsighted, if those are bifocals. I
No,
mean, that's what it makes
I'm
who you
nearsighted. I
are.
don't mind telling you. I'm nearsighted. I don't mind telling you. It's just that this is fascinating that you've got this thing, and you say you just have to. There must be a reason behind it. I mean, people don't just carry globes around for no reason. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not interested in your personality at all. It's just this globe is fascinating.
I mean, so technically it's a punishment, but I mean, nobody's perfect, right?
No. I mean, I'm not looking for perfection. In fact, I like a person that's got some, good qualities and bad qualities. That's what makes people people.
Great. What are some of your good qualities?
I got to ask you some more about this globe. I'm just fascinated by it. Now, let me ask you something. Do you spin it as time changes in the day, or do you just hold it in the same place all of the time?
I do spin it. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
and then at night?
It just keeps spinning.
Right, but do you put it down, or do you sleep with that, and do you got a blanket that covers it? I mean,
No, I don't sleep. Do you sleep?
well, yeah, don't I? Shouldn't I?
I mean, if you need to. That's cool. I accept you for that issue. It's fine. Nobody's perfect.
Whoa. Slow down. Sleeping is an issue?
Well, I mean, it's an accommodation that you need that I don't need, but that's fine. I respect you.
No, you think just because you carry a globe around, you don't have to sleep? Somehow I'm some kind of lower class peasant?
I mean, that's your word, not mine.
Yeah, but you're thinking it. You're thinking something along those lines.
I mean, I again, your words, not mine. I just wanted to come and have a pizza and meet a new person, and this just always happens when I try to date or make new friends or expand my horizons. It's really frustrating, I have hobbies.
Look,
I have interests.
all right.
I read Moby Dick last week.
Last week, there's been books written in the last 100 years. There's a lot of other books out there.
I wanted to revisit a classic.
Yeah, I guess so. Listen, I got to admit, I don't know if I'm very much interested in your hobbies, but I gotta tell you, this carrying a globe thing seems great. How does a guy get into that business?
You want to hold it?
Oh yeah, geez, I'd love to.
Great.
Do you
Here
mind?
go. Yeah.
Oh geez, it really is the way to the world, isn't it?
Yeah. Great. I will see you sometime.
Wait, where are you going there? What are you talking about? Oh, I'm in trouble.
Thomas, I don't believe in God anymore. I just felt that. I just like this morning drinking my coffee. I don't believe in God.
Well, it's not the first time that this happens. Some of the other brothers don't believe in him too. I mean, since Jesus started going around and talking with the women, some people have doubted his reputation, but
I feel I'm not. I like it. I like this is actually. I feel like a great weight lifted off my shoulders, and I know that I came here to be a monk, but I think I'm gonna leave.
part of the path is doubt.
Okay, don't try to paint. No, come on, Thomas. Don't do this thing that you do. You're trying to make this part of my path to God, but no, this doubt is not a path to more belief. The doubt that I have is like freedom from belief.
Well, faith works in mysterious ways too.
Listen, you're good at this. You are. You kept me here 3 times. I had 3 different things that I wanted, because I wanted to, I want to be with a woman. I want to have a relationship. I want to have sex. I want to have romance. And then you're like, this is part of it. This is part of it. You have to go through those feelings to purge those feelings. I'm making a discovery about myself. I think I want to leave the brotherhood. That's what I'm putting on the table.
Okay. Let's say you do that.
Okay.
Let's say you go out there, you meet a wonderful woman, you have sex, you go crazy, you have drinks, and then what? Then you just have to deal with this emptiness and this hole in your body, in your soul. And you will feel like you have become a traitor to yourself.
No, Thomas, how does that story end with me feeling like being a traitor to myself? Thomas, you were good at this, Thomas. This is why they have you. They have you talk to the guys in the brotherhood that are having the doubts, man. I know you're a closer, man. No, not today. I'm walking down the path and I'm getting out of here.
Peter, there's a reason you carry that name.
All right. Okay. Now that you're making me emotional because I know I do feel special because I have that name, and I want to leave. I want to leave the monastery. I want to get out of here. Okay. Let me go. Tom.
Once you leave, you won't come back. Even if you beg, even if you knock on the doors, you already turned your back on God.
No. See, that's fucked up. Okay, like we're friends beyond faith, beyond the brotherhood. We are friends. I'll always have a friendship with you, right? So I'll be able to come back and talk to you,
as a friend, but not as a brother anymore. Once you leave the brotherhood, you're not longer a brother, but you become an enemy of the
Come
brotherhood.
on, Thomas. I don't want to, you know what?
And if you go out there spreading what happens in here, it's not only you, it's also your family.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? My family? What are you talking about?
You know about this. Once you come into the monastery, you're part of the brotherhood.
It's just
the only way out of it is when God calls you to be out of it.
Are you threatening?
And it seems like God is not calling you to do this. Are you rejecting him?
Are you threatening my life right now, Thomas? Are you literally threatening my life right now?
The law of God could not be considered a threat. It's just the way the universe works.
This is not the way to keep a monk in the monastery. This is not the way to do it. All right. I should be here of my own volition. All right. Look, my hand is on the door. I'm going to turn the knob and I'm out of here. Okay. When I open that door, I'm a free man.
That's what you believe. But as your beliefs change so drastically, these will change too. Believe me. You know the power of these brotherhoods. You know that there's nowhere in this planet where you can hide from us. So go ahead, open that door. The minute you set your foot out of this monastery, you will feel the anger of God.
Okay. I'll stay.
Good to hear that, Martin. We need some help down in the garden.
Okay.
Hom namashave tave om hom. Hom damayam mashavem yam hom hom. Hom shalom.
Shalom.
And how are you today after the practice? Where did it meet you? What did it correspond with in yourself?
I feel like every time I come here, I leave with more questions than I arrived with, but I find that very enriching.
Right? What are we but a bunch of questions never to be answered, walking around in the world asking and not receiving an answer?
Yeah.
The emptiness, the void.
When I first started coming, I assumed you would just tell me the answers.
Oh, but I did. Many times.
Did you?
Of course. You asked me what is the time, and I've answered. You asked me when will we rest, and I answered. You ask when will we end and when will we start, and I answered. And if you just picked up the dots, the bigger picture would have become clearer.
I have so much more to learn.
Yes. One does not know where to start.
No.
What do you feel right now? One word, go.
Cookies.
Very good. Do you have some at home?
No, it's just we always take a little break in the middle here, and I thought it would be nice if there were cookies and tea.
Oh. I'm sorry. It's just that I've not been eating in the last 20 years as part of my fasting and rituals, so I try not to watch other people enjoy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I
it is
didn't
quite
mean to insult your fast.
Absolutely not. I'm open to every other life form, even those who eat and drink, if you know what I mean.
Well,
How do you feel in one word now? Go!
thirsty.
Really? How disappointing. So earthly. So human. Yes?
A little bit, I don't know, ennui.
What?
I feel
Ennui?
ennui. I feel a little bit sort of wistful, like there's something beyond me that I'm not quite in touch with, or that I maybe had once and lost.
Exactly. And that thing wants to get in touch with you, but you don't let it. You know why? Because you think about cookies. You think about drinking. You think about, the answers. You're not listening, letting it get in touch with you. This is why it left you in the first place. You were born, mummy, mummy, tit, tit, feed me. You were not a baby who tried to listen. You were a baby who made noises of crying.
What do you hear when you listen?
How marvelous creation is. And my stomach.
You know, I'm gonna go get some dinner. But I will see you again next week for
Right?
just a little bit of spiritual nourishment.
We'll come back, right?
Of course.
Right. Same time, same hour, same day, right? Like always, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. If you have some friends who are also looking for enlightenment, send them. I don't have a lot of time, but I would love to spend some time with people who need me. Bye.
I've been thinking. They named me Cookie Monster. So, was I always gonna love cookies?
You realize I live in a garbage can?
Yes, I just thought you'd be a good person to talk to about this.
That's my point. I'm stuck in a garbage can. I got no way out. You gotta love and only eat cookies. It's madness.
But I mean, when I was born, and my mother looked at me, and she called me Cookie Monster. Did she know?
I can only tell you that when I was born, my mother called me Oscar the Grouch, which means I've got to be mean to everybody. I mean, Cookies, Grouchy, we're both in the same boat here, buddy. I don't got the answers for you. I don't know how this started, but I know that whatever our names are certainly have somehow dictated the paths that we've walked in life.
So if my mother had looked at me and said, "Look at little sushi monster," I could have spent the last 40 years eating healthy, fresh, raw fish.
Well, you gotta really think about sushi in the sense of time. I mean, sure, 40 years of sushi would be great, but sushi didn't really become popular till the late 90s or so, you know? It was very hard to find a sushi restaurant before that, so it's really unlikely. It's probably, maybe you could have been McDonald the monster and only eaten hamburgers or something.
There's already a guy like that, the Hamburglar.
You see? People like us, we get typecast like this. We're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. There's no way out of it. I mean, I've thought about it my whole life. I want to be nice for once.
How about if I start calling you Oscar the Encouraging?
I don't know. Maybe you could try it and let's see what happens.
Okay, I could start right now, Oscar the Encouraging.
Well, I think that if you believe in yourself, you can do anything. Did I just say?
What did you just? That was an encouragement. You just encouraged me.
Oh, okay. Then you are the well-balanced diet monster.
I could really go for a salad right now.
Oh, we fixed it. Oh, it worked.
Was it really that easy? Could we change our destiny?
It just goes to show you, it's other people that judge you, and then you start to believe in it, and you're stuck in a trap.
I'm really going to bring my carb level down, eat a bit more protein, lots more vegetables and fruit.
Yeah, I believe in you. I think you can do it. I mean, you're the kind of guy that
You're encouraging me.
Ouch.
Oscar, you should get out of that garbage can.
I don't know if I have legs. I've never
looked down.
Never look down. It's the first rule of Muppets.
It's the first rule.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, thank you. Sit down. I feel like I don't know what you do for this company. I've got everybody on a spreadsheet, and I've assigned roles and responsibilities to every person, and I can't find a responsibility that we've given you, Amanda.
You wanted me to be nice and smile.
Those are not responsibilities. That's I did, and you are. I mean, you are smiley, and you're very nice, but I can't find. Like I have, I'm responsible. I'm the manager, and I'm responsible for all you guys. Tommy over there he's the numbers guy. Sheila, she does does customer service. I don't know what you do for the business. You're gonna have to help me out, or I'm gonna have to get rid of you, and I don't want to because you're so nice.
No, please don't get rid of me. I don't know, what would I do? Where would I go if you get rid of me?
I don't want to get rid of you. I think that's what I just said.
Could we make something up together?
I don't want it to be something haphazard. Okay, I don't want to make up a responsibility that we don't like. You should. I don't want to say you're in charge of the hamsters, and we haven't got any damn hamsters. I just like you got really happy there for a second. Like, do we have hamsters I don't know about, Amanda? Do we have hamsters?
No, no.
So how could that be a responsibility? Walk with me down the thought path for a second. How are you important here? Help me.
Maybe I'm not.
Don't say that. Then I have to get rid of you. That's my job. My job is to only have people work here that actually work. Don't make me fail at my job, Amanda. Let's find.
Maybe you have to let me go.
Come on, I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
Yes, but maybe I'm not good at anything. Maybe I was never good at anything. You see, I was never good at anything as a child. I was never good at anything in high school, in elementary school. I didn't even go to college because I didn't know what I was good in. And then I had this job, and I'm not good in that either. So maybe I'm a disposable person.
I'm not going to be that asshole that makes you feel like a disposable person.
Oh, but you are.
No, I'm not that asshole. I am not that asshole.
Ever since this conversation began.
No, I am the asshole trying to figure out what you're good at. I'm not the guy telling you you're not good at something. I'm the guy trying to figure out what you're good at. Help me out.
I'm not good at anything.
No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You've got to be good at something. Everybody's good at something. If we had hamsters, think about it. If we had hamsters, wouldn't you be good at that?
Yes.
So what's the hamsters for us, right?
I can give people treats. I can take them out for a run on a wheel so they get tired. I can make people tired. I can make people take out energy that otherwise they will take on other people. And then when you're exhausted, everybody knows that you're doing your best job, right?
Okay.
Everybody knows that when you're tired and fatigued, you start to really function and concentrate because you have no energy to lose. So maybe people come to me, talk to me, I will exhaust them, and then they can go back to work.
Performance enhancement. That's what you do. You enhance the performance. I told you were good at something. Go out there and do your job. Go out there and exhaust people and make them better at their job, Amanda.
I will have all the meaningless conversations that the world has to offer until people will go mad.
You've already had one with me. Think about it. I mean, I'm doing my job better because this was exhausting and I had to figure this out for you. So, hey, good work.
Thank you so much
Amanda,
for helping me realize who I am.
Amanda, keep up the good work, okay?
I didn't come here to argue with you. I came to get some advice.
You're not the first person approaching the Brotherhood.
Yes. Listen, again, I don't want to argue, but some of these rules seem a little irrelevant.
How come?
Well, this idea that I can only eat fish on certain Fridays, I mean, that's a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, you know what happens with fish, no?
Well, they swim? I mean, what do you mean?
No. You haven't been reading the diary.
The diary?
Yes, the diary of Jesus and the way he handles diet.
I wasn't aware that he published
Are you
a diary.
laughing there? Are you laughing about our diary?
Well,
You know what the punishment is for that?
no, slow down. It's just I'm aware of the.
I saw you laughing a second ago about our diary.
Well, remember what God said in Ezekiel 7:14 that let the laughter shine brightly through those in the most trouble.
Yes, but Ezekiel 17:42. Those who laugh at my work should be punished severely.
Severely.
So think about which finger you want to lose if you keep on going down that track.
All right, I don't want to lose any fingers. I promise you that. It's just I wasn't really aware that there was a diary.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Diary, lately I have been thinking a little bit more about what is it that I should change in the way. I believe that now I understand that a cheek for a cheek, an eye for an eye is not enough. I should start taking down fingers. Fingers of people who are doing the bad things. Every day of the week, a finger. And on Saturday and Friday, a toe.
Well, you know that you needed to have a diary. Everybody knows this in town.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But we're willing to make an exception. Just because we have seen your work lately and we are impressed.
Really?
Right. Yes. Yeah. I think we may consider you a brother.
Really?
That's if you're feeling like joining us. But once you stepped into this monastery, you're a man of God.
Well, I would say that I've always been a man of God, and I would love to step forward into this monastery and join this brotherhood. And I am willing to sacrifice any of my fingers to do the what God wants me to do. I'm not laughing, I swear.
Don't
Dear
hesitate.
Another entry. When a man laughs without being funny or without laughing in the right time, I think I will take down an ear, perhaps even 2 front teeth. I believe that laughter is a sin.
This is definitely an organization I want to join.
You cannot laugh in here.
No.
Believe me, it has big consequences.
I understand. Soon as I walk through those doors, I will never laugh again, and I will bask in the glory of God.
Yes. So there's a special outfit for you. You need to wear.
Good.
Excuse me, are you feeling okay?
I'm not laughing.
Oh
Not
my
laughing.
God.
I'm joyful. I'm joyful. Oh, I'm going to lose my whole hand, aren't I?
Well, everybody begins in its own way.
Wise words.
Welcome. Your room will be in the first floor.
Oh, that's
As
nice.
First floor sometimes gets flooded and things like that. But as you progress, you will be moving up to the higher floors, closer to God.
All right. Good. Good.
Yeah, so basically the eagle comes like probably about once a day, eats a bit of my liver, and then in the evening it grows back again. So I guess that's probably what they've got in store for you too.
Oh man! All right. Oh well. Well, thanks for the update. I mean, like I came to here and I was like, I appreciate the update.
I mean, did you do something to anger them, or did you literally just go to sleep and wake up here?
I feel like what it was for me was I had a real specific declaration of loss of faith. Like
Right.
I literally said, I don't believe in you anymore. I don't believe in your influences. I actually mentioned Zeus. So that's on me.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, Zeus, you're not the boss of me. So a dumb move.
How about you, Barry? What did you do? What did you do?
I was stealing some bread.
Oh man.
Like
Yeah.
Jean Valjean.
Hey, Joseph.
Yeah, I gave the globe to some schmuck. It was worth it. I had a great afternoon.
No, come on, Atlas. If you give up your burden, they're going to give you a worse burden. That's how gods work.
Also,
Is it objectively worse? I mean, it's just like once a day, right?
I don't want to be judgy, Atlas, but you've given you've given the earth to a couple people, okay? like pretty quick too, man.
Wow. That's so rude. I'm a people person.
No, there's a joke actually. What does Atlas do on the first date? Give the earth to somebody.
Too rude.
What's up, guys?
Hey, okay, give over. We're all talking about what we did to get here.
I had an abortion.
Oh,
Country, yeah. They don't like it around here.
yeah.
I had a couple of them in other countries. It was fine because I like sex, and they didn't invent the right thing, I would use an intense, how do you call it? The inside organ of a ship as a contraception.
Testing.
Yeah, exactly. But it doesn't always work, and sometimes you fuck up, and if you're in the wrong country, they don't appreciate abortion. They rather have small little kids that don't have anything to eat and become criminals, yeah.
I think the real secret of this is it's not the liver once a day. I mean, I think I could handle that. I can handle that really. It's these arms being above my head.
I feel like we all really should have known better.
Caw! Caw! I'm coming for your livers! Caw! And I'll eat your arms so you can put them down. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the faculty jam. We had some amazing players. It was so nice to play with some new faces and see some old friends again. Thank you all. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Imbal. I'm Lee. Thank you, Vintage Improv, for bringing us together and putting on this amazing festival that's still going on. There's still tons of workshops. You can basically spend the next 48 hours doing improv only and no bathroom breaks whatsoever. I'm going to say that also there is a little bit of a Q&A after this, I believe. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. But for those performers here who want to stick around and answer some questions from the lovely people, please do. If you just want to stay, make some faces into a camera because you're lonely, you're also welcome to do that. So thank you everyone for watching this impromptu crazy vintage improv show here. Check out the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. Oh, look, there's a Q&A. I've never seen that before. Ray says, thanks for the great show. I don't know what the answer to that is, but we did a great show, so thank you for enjoying it, Ray. Thank you, Griffin. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, it's some of us haven't got to play together in a long time, and others of us just met. So it was really a treat for all of us.
My friends, I gotta go teach, so I will say goodbye. But that has been a pleasure. Nice meeting you, Greg. And nice seeing all of you. I miss you a lot, and I want to see you and hug you. Ooh, so strongly when I see you. But Lee, I'll see you later.
I'll see you later, neighbor. I'll read out some of these things from the Q&A and just keep it going. So how do you all get such great hair? Obviously, mine has been misplaced, as Judy points out. What are your improv hair secrets?
Good shampoo.
Very good. Finding that balance of oil and cleanliness, I guess, is the answer there. Reggie says, thanks, it was fun. I have a question, but she'll think of it soon. So take your time, Reggie. We'll be happy to answer at any time. Margot says, loved it, especially Imbal's graphics. That was cool. Imbal's going to have to share. Chris, did you have a fancy face too?
I did. It's a snap filter, yes. But I
Snap?
particularly like Imbal being Jesus's throat. That was a really really great what she did there. That was not just Jesus, just his throat talking.
Yeah.
Announcements. Scott's going to go ahead and bring. There aren't that many people. He's just going to bring them up so they're in the Zoom room, so we don't have to write the Q's and A's. Okay. So yeah, go ahead, Scott. That'll be awesome.
Well, we do that. Special thanks to Scott and Trisha that have been behind scenes, making all of these things roll smoothly.
They're declining. They want to keep doing the QAs the way that it is. That's fine.
All right. William says that he just got out of a meeting. Sorry he missed the call time. Hello, friends.
Well, it would have been nice to play with you, Will, but I'm sure we will again at some point.
It's the first time I see you being called William. It's always Will, but now William Luera.
You're having a dinner meeting there, Will.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Oh, hi, Will.
Good to see you all. Sorry that, as you can see, I'm at work. So I'm sorry I couldn't make my my call time.
No worries.
Yeah, good to see all of you.
Good to see you. Dawn says, great stuff. How do you enjoy and playing with the snap camera? And we were just sort of saying it was a lot of fun. It was weird. Playing Jesus's neck is a rare treat, and oddly not the first time Inball's done it. Again, more hair compliments. Judy's off to Inball's class. I'm sorry, I'm reading these. I can't edit as I'm reading. Margot missed you, Will. And Griffin or Jack says, in one scene you just did, what did you pick up from your partner to respond to? Well, I'll give a quick answer to that while the other players think. In the sort of Atlas scene that sort of happened there, sorry, wasn't Chris. Why was the name? Who?
Stephen.
Stephen, sorry. Yes, sorry, Stephen. Stephen sort of said, I know you just want to talk about the globe and not about me. And so then that's all I just did was focus on the globe and trying not to get to know anything about him. So sometimes your partner gives you a really clear offer like that about what they want the scene to be about. So it was pretty, Stephen was really good about giving me that offer there. Daniel, Chris, Greg, you got anything to add to that?
I felt into this character that was part of the Brotherhood, and it was almost impossible to get out of it. But now I have some time to just start laughing again.
And be yourself again.
Be myself.
I think sometimes the simplest things are just some really wonderful. So just the physical offer of hanging by some chains, and then having all these brilliant improvisers come in and also hang by chains. It's so simple, but so lovely, right? There's just something about like, oh, I'm just going to mirror this and see where it goes. Is great.
I also thought it was a good way of ending with all of us with the cameras on and just bringing things from the stories that happened and things like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, part of being an improviser is remembering everything that happened so you can do it again. A couple of other little thoughts. Jonathan Pitt says, Lee, Stephen, Greg, Chris, Daniel, Inball. Lauren says, heart, heart, heart. And Margot just responded with, leaving the Brotherhood so funny. So we're getting a lot of positive responses.
It's funny, Lee, that you say that that it's about memory, remembering things, because in the past, maybe in the past 2 years, maybe pandemic has done it, who knows? Maybe it's because I'm getting older, but I have lost a great deal of my memory. And so I cannot rely on my memory in shows anymore when I do long form. I have to like truly open myself up to, like, it's no longer like conscious memory. It's all now I'm just out there and whatever comes to me comes to me, but I've lost my memory. And so I've had to use a different part of my brain, because I used to be able to keep 25 minutes of scene work kind of in the RAM, if you will, of my brain, but now it's gone. So like,
is that related to the surfing accident?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's PTSD. I almost died in the ocean a couple years ago in Costa Rica, which is the closest I've ever been to Daniel's home. That's what we're referring to now. But no, I don't think it is PTSD. I just think it's the bad that I'm 53.
You lost your voice too.
What? Did I lose my voice?
Something happened to your mic there, Greg. But I'll just quickly say that there's a lot of people in the comments agreeing with you here that a lot of brain fogs and people are totally with you on this. And of course, improv is also great because we don't have to memorize anything. But as Greg sort of said, we try to remember as much as we can. Sometimes it's easier than others.
Will, where are you working at?
I am in Sarasota. I'm at the theater you performed at.
Ah, so cool.
Yeah.
Nice that you could be back at
these are the offices of the theater.
Nice.
So happy
that
you all could all be participating in this, and
I
it was
think
such a joy to watch you playing together.
oh, look at that question. I think I met everyone here in real life except for Lee, but I think I've been close to Lee in real life, but I haven't met you in real life. But we've been in the vicinity of one another.
That's probably true. Probably true. Greg and Will, I'm not sure that I've worked with before, but I've done a lot of stuff with Imbal, of course, and Daniel and Chris and I have met a few times at a couple different festivals, and the same with Stephen. So we kind of all know each other in some senses.
In the good sense.
In the good sense, yes. Bring up the bad senses. But, in the old days as an improviser, we used to tour and travel a lot more. So we would often run into each other. So if, I don't know Will, but Daniel knows Will, so then Daniel can say, hey, Lee, go hang out with Will, go down there. And so that's kind of how we all sort of cross-pollinate and get to know each other.
Yeah. I remember when...
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Just I would like to know, because everybody has done at least session, if not show, for their intensives, some highlight from your experience with your group.
I can definitely go first with that one. I had such an amazing experience. I did a B movie. We had a 6-hour intensive to sort of create that 1940s, 50s B movie, science fiction, Day the Earth Stood Still, Forbidden Planet kind of vibe. And I think sometimes as a teacher, you go into a room and you're like, I'm going to impart a lot of knowledge here. I think I can really help them do this thing. But what I encountered when I got into the class was just these brilliant improvisers who already knew how to do all this stuff. And so I just had this wonderful experience of just watching great improvisers do their thing. And maybe every now and then be like, here's a tool that you might, oh, yep, you can use that brilliantly. Great. So I just had this really lovely laid back 6 hours where I was just watching great artists work, and I really loved the show at the end of it as well. I was very proud. Super good experience.
So basically you didn't have to do anything.
Didn't have to do anything, Lee. I just sat here and was entertained.
That's amazing.
It's hard for me to pick a highlight if you guys could hear me. But one of my classes about ensemble building and not so much skills. And so it's about connecting and taking risks and opening up to each other. And there's this, and so I get people to tell real things about their lives in a sharing part of the class. And one guy, I'm still struck by it. I mentioned it to my class today. His name is Vishak. He's from India. And he shared this experience he had years ago where he had kind of become infatuated with this woman and had watched her at work, and then met her and talked to her and shared his infatuation with her. And it was such an amazingly vulnerable thing for him to share to the group. And my theory is if we take risks with each other, and then where those risks are accepted with love and acceptance and support, that we bond. And I swear I bonded with Vishak in that moment personally. And so, and I don't mean to recognize only one of my wonderful students. They were all gorgeous and revealed things about themselves, and they were all beautiful. But that is like a little metaphor for that experience to bond over 10,000 miles. You know what I mean?
I'll just also add to that, Greg, that Jack Griffin just said that he thinks you look like Michael Douglas.
I'll take that any day of the week.
It's not a bad one.
Like a young one.
I also think that this relationship with students and with people in general in this festival is really crazy, because you feel like you know people, but you are on a screen. But then it's like Trisha she's baking stuff, and she's showing me all these delicious things that she makes. And there's this woman from London in my workshop that is also has all of this amazing world around her, and we are in different time zones. And the power of improvisation is making us connect and like build this community, keep this community alive against any pandemic or any tragedy that surrounds us.
Phil, did you have your show already?
No, in 2 days. Sorry. I thought you said.
My show was last night. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. It focuses on, there's just all this technical part of improv that we work on, all the technique, and this one class focuses on like that little sizzle that I think all of us veterans recognize when we're antagonizing each other in a very playful way to really kind of just try to make us really bring a lot of joy to the moment by challenging each other. And so the class focused on that, and to see a bunch of people that I've never met kind of find those things that kind of really playfully challenge each other was nice. And we had a nice breakdown afterwards, nice little note session kind of zeroing in on that. So yeah, it was nice.
So there's, and Lee, your class didn't have a performance, right? But there's a pretty, I think, in-depth kind of experience you have with them doing scenes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the nice things about working with Vintage, as I have been for the last little while, is that a lot of these players know each other so well, and they work together. So it's really kind of connecting back to sort of what Will said, but like they're all playful with each other, and they're all able to sort of tease each other, and that's a great place to start with when you come into a Zoom meeting and you feel like, I don't know these people, what's going to happen, and then they start teasing each other, and then you feel like, oh, okay, we're all having a good time here. And definitely with the group I was lucky enough to play with, we were able to get into some deep, specific things for people, and that was really great. And through this pandemic and everything, I know for a lot of people, these Zoom and online classes have been so important just to help get us through everything. And so it was really nice just to be a part of a festival and feel a little normal in this unnormal time that we live in.
It's like it's after 2, and I don't know, like, if you've got to go someplace, but if there's any last questions in the Q&A, please put them in now, because we're going to wrap up like in about 2 minutes. Rajani's still thinking. Let's see. What do I asking? Any advice you have for duos or trios?
Make t-shirts and stickers before you ever have any rehearsals. That's terrible advice for any group.
I don't think I have any different advice for duos or trios than I do for anybody else that does improvisation. I think the best way to, I don't know, there's no specific to that for me. I'm in a bunch of duo shows, and there's also, what's wonderful about duo shows is that it's all on you. So it's like 10 times the experience in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? You're never off. You have to learn how to think of scenic initiations while you're doing a scene. You have to play lots of different characters. All those things support all, valuable lessons for ensemble play as well. So, it's just times 10, of what you have to do anyway.
There's a reason why I'm asking. They have we're having this duo relay contest, and they're in the Sweet 16 and the Sour 16, and it's by audience vote. So we have the Sweet 16 are in the top, but the very bottom of the Sour 16, they could still end up winning if they get votes, right? And it's not about like how good they are, although I think everybody's like really good. But there's going to be a special surprise, world famous person. Not that you all aren't world famous, because you are, but really they're going to be like so blown away with who they're going to pop up and improvise with them. I want to take pictures of their face when they see who it is that they're going to improvise with. So if you all aren't up at that time or whatever, but you want to like just watch like something that I think's like a real like cool improv moment, it's going to be when that person pops up and they realize that they are doing a scene with that person. Anyway, so
I think we're all imagining Madonna or Michael Jackson or somebody like that.
Not Michael.
The ghost of Del Close.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, I guess it's been 2 minutes. Thank you all so much.
No problem. Thank you, Mickey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you, everyone. Bye.
Way to play with you guys.